Greetings from San Pedro, California, and welcome to Quarantined Night at the Puppet Asylum. And now, here's Blue.
Hi, and welcome to Quarantine Night at the Puppet Asylum. I'm Blue Sky Hippie Dust, but you can call me Blue, and I'm really excited to be quarantined with you tonight. I can't think of a lovelier way to be sequestered than sharing an evening of puppetry shorts with you, made by grown-ups for grown-ups. And speaking of grown-ups, hey, is there a doctor in the house?
There is a doctor in the house. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Teen, how are you?
How you doing, hippie dust? Sorry. Okay.
I'm good, and you?
Just lovely. Just a young kid with a dream over here. Let me tell you a little bit about our show tonight. You know, Night at the Puppet Asylum is a mission. It is our mission to explore the outer edges of puppetry and the object theater with invented, absurdly funny, and wicked acts of puppetry, independently produced for a diverse adult audience like you. Who writes this stuff?
Yeah, and we're supported by the Puppet Slam Network and the Heather B. Henson Fund. So are you still not sure what a Puppet Slam is? Well, it's a curated night of short acts of puppetry presented in a variety show format, bringing puppet artists together to network and to introduce audiences to a vast variety of puppet techniques and styles.
That's right, hippie dust. Puppetry slams are where professionals and budding enthusiasts alike share their work. They're great venues for artists and puppeteers looking to expose themselves. Looking for exposure, and the chance to meet others in the field. Who writes this stuff?
And tonight, we have an exciting group of puppet artists from all over the country, mixed in with a little quarantine insanity for your amusement. So here we go, our first stay-at-home virtual Puppet Slam. Let's give this a whirl. Tonight, we have the good fortune to welcome back the Puppet Asylum's favorite one-man band himself, Hugo Migo.
Well, hello. It's nice to be back. Thank you. Well, I want to let you know I am quarantined. I'm locked down, not working. And frankly, it's like being on a desert island, but with Wi-Fi. So I'm fantastic. Let me give you an example of how I feel. Here's a little song for you. It's been a hard day's night, and I'm not working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, and I'm not sleeping like a log. But when I log into you, I find the things that we do will make me feel alright. Will make me feel alright. Well, that's how I feel. And now please allow me to introduce tonight's very special guest, the co-host with the most, Miss COVID herself. She's lovely, and may I add, highly infectious.
No.
She's the uncontested personality of 2020 so far. Welcome, COVID. What's going on?
Well, maybe I'll win the election. Who knows? You know, I have been flying all around the world, and boy, are my spikes tired. You know, I've had to deal with the humans. I mean, bats are so much easier. You just land on them, they get a little upset, but you guys, you just want me to take over. It's a lot of work. Anyway, but I'm here to partay with you tonight because, you know, I love me a good night with some Corona. Oh, yes. So we're getting humans to play with puppets and then zoom them all over the world. And our first one, a virtual tour of a town I love, San Pedro. Well, I love any of the beach cities, really. Well, this is a piece made by Joe Dean, a talented media maker and friend of the puppets. Oh, take us to San Pedro, please, home to the Minutemen, the USS Iowa, the Busy Bee sandwiches, oh, and the three-eyed fish. Anyway, the Night at the Puppet Asylum presents Doodle Trash by Joe Dean.
fantastic. Thanks, Jodine. You're awesome. Next up, Brent. Miss COVID's here.
I'm here. Hi, Blue. Didn't you love it? They weren't wearing any masks. And
Wow.
And I think our audience isn't wearing masks too. I'm so happy. Oh, well, next up we have another video, Blue. It's Bob Cronin, and he's also known as DJ BC of Ghost Cave Studios in another one of my favorite cities, Atlanta, Georgia. It's another city I really love. Oh, Bob is a master mashup artist and a music maker, and he's made a new puppetry YouTube channel. And this one is starring Dennis Ball. Yes, a very nerdy ball, along with his little baby ball. Let's see it.
Oh, baby ball, you're still awake. Uncle Dennis, do you read me a bedtime story? Certainly, my child. I know many delightful tales. Some are dripping with intrigue, others sheer terror. What would you like to hear tonight, son? The one, the werewolf story. A tale of the loup-garou? Oh, baby ball, that sounds lovely. Well, child, let me tell you. Back in the olden days when I was younger, there used to be werewolves roaming the countryside on a regular basis. Do you know what a werewolf is, child? The man that turned into a scary doggy at night. Yes, that's right. The loup-garou, they called them. And the werewolves, child, would come at night, howling in packs. Only on the full moon, mind. Only on the full moon. But when that moon was full, the children would be forbidden to go outdoors, because if they did, they'd be torn to shreds. These werewolves were not to be taken lightly. There was a group of 8 or 10 of them up behind old man Jenkins' barn. You know the one where he keeps his tractor, the one his son still uses to mow the lawn there. Yes. Well, behind old man Jenkins' barn, 8 to 10 werewolves lived. And baby boy, they were terrible beasts. And one day, a young man decided, I have had enough. That young man got a long stick, and he got his mother's silver necklace, and he melted it down in a fire and made a super sharp pointy bit for the end. And what do you think happened next, baby ball? Anyway, as I was saying, the boy waited. He hid in the bushes outside his mother's farm. And when those wolves came up, he brandished his spear. He never even made a sound. They were so quick. No child ever raised a piece of silver to those wolves ever again. And they feasted. Oh, how horrible was the feast. And then, the next morning, they awoke, human again, and none of them remembered a thing. Well, good night, baby ball. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Good night, son.
What? Oh, I love a good ball. Yes. I mean, well, I am one. Oh, that was uplifting and cheery as me after 10 days of a rally. Oh, well, you don't have to have a ball with me. No? Okay. Next, we have something entirely different. A live guest who has slammed with a lot of puppets. Yes. Oh, and the Gong Show and AGT, America's Got Talent. Well, that's not AGV, which is America's Got Virus. Sorry. Yes, yes, we are so pleased to welcome our very special friend, Seth Word. Oh my! Oh, what? Are you there? Are you there? What? Oh my goodness! Oh, it's coming. What am I? What? 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 What are you? Is he a chicken? I don't know. I'm sure. Are you a bird? What are? Yes. Hi. What was that?
Are you online?
Oh, no, I'm not your mommy. No, I'm not your mommy. I'm a coronavirus. COVID. Woohoo! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Oh,
It's okay. It's my first day on this world, and I just expected to see, my mommy.
I can pretend. Squawk, squawk.
No!
No!
Don't pretend!
Sorry. I'm just here because I'm helping people to enjoy their time. I can help you to enjoy your time here if you like.
Are you food?
Am I what?
Are you food?
Fed. Oh, food! No. I'm not food. I'm a virus. Sorry.
I don't want a virus. I want my money, or I want food. I don't want a coronavirus.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I mean, I'm just I could let's see. I don't know. I can't come up with you.
What does this say?
What is what? It says what came first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know, coronavirus. What came first? The conspiracy or the...
I think she's right. She says Seth Word came first. Yes, you are first.
Was that Valerie Peterson? Was that a sexual comment?
That could.
Huh?
I've just been learning about sex, so I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, Miss Coronavirus.
Yes.
If you're not food, and you're not my mommy, and you don't know where my mommy is, then what are you good for?
Oh, I'm good for making a lot of the humans miserable, and I'm really bad when I get into a chicken factory. You know, where they. Oh, you don't want to know about that.
What do you mean about a chicken factory?
Nothing. No. That. Didn't hear me say anything. Nothing. Yeah.
I'm getting pretty angry. You're destroying my life! Finally, it's just you and me, Internet. Yes, it is I, the vaccine to the coronavirus. I am that a firstborn, no mommy chicken. Oh, let's see who we got in the audience. Allison? Yes, I am the vaccine. Allison, are you my mommy, Allison? Are you my mommy? Oh. You don't even have a profile. Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess you're okay since you support the movement. Is anyone out there, my mommy? Listen, this is an SOS calling out to all the internet people. Where are you, mommy? I'm all alone, and I've already had an airborne virus try to murder me. Is anyone? Yes, thank you, Nite at the Puppet Asylum. Is anyone out there, my mommy? Is anyone? I know that you guys know how to type. I can't type because I had these. They're wings, and I can't. Don't leave me hanging out here. I just want to know where my mommy is. It's Pam Shevins, world-renowned puppeteer, from things like Bunny Love and Luke, get out of here, Luke! I don't want to! There she is! Oh! My mommy! Oh, Kathleen! Yes, thank you for the support, Kathleen. But Pam is my mommy. Tracy, get out of here! I want to talk to my mommy! I want to talk to my mommy! Go, Pam! Go, mommy! Where did you go? Oh, wow! Oh my God! Hello, Ryan? What the? Is it a skeleton? Oh, that's not my mom. Oh, thank goodness, get that out of here. Oh, mommy, I love you. Hey, stop it. Hey, okay, there. Okay. What I was trying to say to everyone is that was just an act. No, Kathleen, it's too late. I'm not actually a chicken. And Pam is not, in fact, my mommy. Steve-O, he knows the drill. It is I, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Word, the animal actor extraordinaire. I know. You're flipping out. Everybody's flipping out on me. But guess what? It's me. That's right, Nite at the Puppet Asylum. It's just a human being in a costume. And I know what you're thinking, Puppet Asylum-ers, watchers. What is this? A freak in a costume slam, or is this a puppet slam? Who invited this idiot? Get him out of here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that I objectify myself every single day, and so therefore, by my logic, I used my body as a puppet. Yes, it was me the entire time. Just a lonely old 30-year-old who is a shell of a man, just a puppet being used by the higher ups
single conspiracy, I believe it. I believe everything because I'm just being used. And so that's why I was allowed here. And that's why I belong to Puppet Slam. And don't you start getting all up. You want to see a puppet? Is that what you... Okay, well, check. Here you can make anything out of a puppet, including a loser, unemployed freak. You just gotta have a little bit of creativity. Get a little tape. You can use anything. You don't even have to degrade yourself on television. You stick tape on. There you go, and you need eyeballs. This isn't just a chicken without eyes. Get some dominoes. There we go, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, are you It takes practice because it's not easy being a puppeteer. You have to practice because but as soon as you completely degrade yourself into being nothing but what you say you want to be and forget about your dignity and pride, then anything is possible. Isn't that right, little chicken? Yes, that's right. I know I have dominoes for eyes, but sometimes all you need is a little bit of love. Just a little bit of love from somebody. So I've given you twice of what you asked for. Humiliation, puppetizing my own godforsaken body, and also a hand puppet. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I am in my sister's bedroom in a small town in Texas, just trying my best to be entertaining. Thanks for having me tonight at the Puppet Asylum. Hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the puppets. I'm going to go ahead and shut myself up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hugo, I love you.
I love you too, Sethwood. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you,
Save the
brother.
show, Hugo.
I was starting to feel sorry for you, but I hope there's a little peace in your life. And with that, I'm going to sing the song for you. And everybody's seeking just a little peace in their lives. Oh, I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one. And I believe it could be someday it's going to come. Oh, train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh, I hear, come on the peace train. Peace train, rolling, rolling, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh, I hear, come on the peace train. Thank you for that early applause.
Woo! Well, Hugo, wait a second. What is this peace thing?
Well, in case you haven't noticed, you've been creating quite a bit of havoc in this world.
Yeah.
Pitted people against each other, pitted nations against each other.
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to bring a little peace. You shouldn't be so jovial about this COVID.
Oh, it's my job. Your job is singing, and that's very sweet, that singing thing. I could come over to your place and I could join up with you, and then we could go out and you could be some singing stuff. It would be great.
I prefer a little distance between us, if you know what I mean.
Okay, fine. Next up, a delightful, I don't know what this is, a clown noir piece. It's by writer-director Seth Origatano. He's also a clown. Me, I'm just a virus. I'm jealous. He's a Chicago's Second City vet. He did the I.O. Theater. And he says he worked in a very cramped black box developing his skills. Why? Anyway, Seth was once told he had a face for radio. Luckily, he was also told he had a voice for radio. So you'll hear his voice in the Joe King Chronicles, inspired by Prairie Home Companion and Seth's own life. Yes, Seth Origatano, Jason Redlitz, and Kyle Health in the Joe King Chronicles.
I saw that set over Chicago. There's one man trying to turn a frown upside down in this heartless town. Joe King.
That's me.
But professionally, that.
The windy city winter will chew you up like a stick of zebra gum. It's hard to stay warm, especially when you can't pay your heating bill. It's not the easiest turning laughs for cash, especially if your life's work is also considered to be the root of children's nightmares. But a clown is who and what I am. I needed a gig in the way I needed a stiff drink, right away and make it a double. Lady Luck took a break from giving me the silent treatment and threw me a bone. My phone rang. It was an old boss of mine, Tomcat.
Dang you, giant sack of smiles and sunshine. How are you?
I could be better. I gave up coffee.
That could be a real grind.
Yes, it's been a lot of restless nights. Lying there, staring at the ceiling and letting my thoughts brew. There's been some perks. Being addicted to something you can't afford isn't a good blend.
Listen, I've got some work for you. All I need you to do is head out to La La Land. All I need you to do is deliver a package for me. That's it, nothing more. The package is for some real Hollywood hotshot. So, do me the kindness of not trying to pitch him anything, huh? Don't embarrass me or nothing. Just keep your mouth shut and deliver the parcel.
An adult clown? Be embarrassing? I wouldn't even dream of it. I grabbed the precious cargo and took the red-eye out to the west coast. I sat in the middle seat between two amateur sumo wrestlers who shared a CPAP machine. I slept like a baby, meaning I woke up every 10 minutes crying and worried I pooped my pants. The only information I had about my drop-off was a business card. It read, Deborah Champagne, owner and CFO of Scripts, Chips, Hips, and Ships. This woman owned a production company, snack distribution center, chiropractic clinic, and boat rental company all in one. What a woman. I took an Uber from the airport. I walked into her office. She had a body like an hourglass figure. The type of beauty that makes you go 6 to midnight, or at least in my case, 8 to 11 p.m. When she walked in, time stood still. Her bosoms peered out of her blouse like a pasta pot boil-over.
Pardon me, what are you doing in my office? And why are you dressed like a clown? Is this some form of joke?
No, ma'am, this is not a joke. What did the fish say when it ran into a wall?
What?
Damn, that's a joke. This is no laughing matter. My name is Joe King, and I'm here to deliver an important package.
Oh, finally, the divorce papers. You can leave them on my desk and see yourself out. I'm quite busy with auditions.
Auditions, you say? You know, I'm a bit of a performer myself. Writer, too. I just so happen to have a travel-size headshot and original script with me.
Do you now? Well, it'll get you out of my office quicker.
I took a deep breath and went for it. I gave her a comedic monologue from a one-man play about an Amish stand-up comedian on Rumspringa tired Hezekiah heckles the Lord. She seemed unimpressed. What did you think of that, Miss Deborah Champagne?
It's pronounced Deborah Champagne. It's French-Canadian. Interesting choice for monologues.
Well, if you didn't like it, then say it to me straight, Miss Champagne.
It's pronounced Champion Genji. Now don't go blowing your balloon so quickly, bozo. I'm actually at a loss for words.
Well, where was the last place your words went missing?
About halfway through the story about an Amish ordering a Danish from a Scottish named Thomas. You got talent, big shoes.
You don't say, Champa Banji.
Close, it's Champagne. Tell me what. I like this work. Amish comedians. Ha! I like it a lot. I feel it might even be worth signing.
I'm honored, Miss Deborah.
What do you say I go pour us a drink of bubbly to celebrate?
I'll never turn down a drink if it's for free.
Here, thumb through these preliminary contracts while I grab a bottle of champagne behind your back while you're distracted.
Ooh! With a crack, the lights went out. I woke up with a non-alcoholic hangover somewhere above the 101, or is it the 110, or the 1? Who knows? I'm concussed and dyslexic. I just know the road has a number in it. Champagne championed my cranium with a container of champagne. My cracked crown convulsed with chaotic cacophony of caroling cuckoos. And also my phone rang at the exact perfect time to move the plot along. It was Tomcat.
Hurry up then, 'cause it's Chicago. I got a new gig for you at a senior home. This one is paid, but you do need to clean bedpans after your set.
I always appreciated Tomcat for being a straight shooter. Onwards, I guess. All the day's work for the professionally daft.
Wow. And now we have a word from our sponsor.
Surreptitious. The cereal so good you'll sneak around to eat it because you're afraid others will disapprove. Surreptitious. Shh.
Surreptitious from the Dennis Ball Corporation.
Hey kids, everybody remembers that song from the 80s, My Sharona by the Neck. Well, here's John McGee and Wendy Morton with My Corona.
My deadly one. Symptoms don't show up for some time. Corona, ooh, you make my motor run. I know you want to kill me, even though I'm in my prime. Corona, never gonna stop. Give it up when I feel the chills. I always get it up for the touch of something that kills my woo. My Corona. Corona, keeping it a mystery until we free. So the CDC thinks that we'll die. Corona, never gonna stop. Give it up when I feel the chills. I always get it up for the touch. Something that kills my woo. My Corona. My Corona.
Thank you, Wendy and John, and of course music by Papa Bakes. Put the lime in a coconut and drink it both up. You put the lime in a coconut and drink it both up. You put the lime in a coconut and drink it both up. You call doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, doctor. And now a word from the CDC headquarters in Washington, D.C.
So you must be Miss Blue Sky Hippie Dust?
Yep, that's me. And you must be Dr. Teen.
Yes, I am Dr. Teen, Dr. Warren Teen.
You're a comedian.
Yes, I am. Thank you. You know, they say laughter is the best medicine. And you're a puppet?
Yes, I am a puppet.
And you're blue. Are you supposed to be blue?
Yes, I'm a blue puppet. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, what brings you into my office today, Miss Hippie Dust?
Well, I'm here for my COVID-19 test.
Yes, of course. I'm all set up for you here. First of all, let me ask you a series of questions. Have you had a fever?
No,
Cough?
no,
Sneezing?
no,
Ringing in your ears?
no,
Headache?
no,
Nosebleed?
no,
Anal leakage?
no, not any of those symptoms, doctor.
Okay, good. All right. I'm going to need to take your temperature. Let me get my thermometer right here. Speaking of temperatures, did you hear about the COVID weather report today?
No.
Yeah, it's going to be room temperature. Let me just get your temperature right now. Let's put your head right over there. There we go. All righty. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. You know what kind of jokes are allowed during the quarantine, don't you?
No, what kind of jokes?
Inside jokes.
That's a sick joke.
Hey,
Hey, doctor, just tell me, why does everybody call it the novel coronavirus?
it's called the novel coronavirus. It's a long story.
Oh,
You know, I can't believe we've been quarantined for like over 5 months. I tell you, a recent question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is, what day is it? The last normal day we had was Friday the 13th. Oh my God.
yeah. I can't wait for Halloween.
I'll bet.
Hey, doctor, could you give me some advice?
Absolutely. Well, sure. What's on your little blue mind?
Well, my birthday's coming up soon, and I'd like to have a birthday party with a few friends, but I want to be safe. I don't want to spread any germs at my party, so I'm wondering, how in the world will I blow out my birthday candles?
Oh, do what I do. Use your hairdryer. I have no use for it. Okay. Hey,
Oh, doctor, you're so funny.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Tell your friends I'm here all week. Hey, and be sure to be, oh, by the way, make sure you stay at least 6 feet away from your guests and always wear a face mask, okay? And the best way to avoid touching your face is to always have a glass of wine in both hands. That's my rule of thumb, yeah. And I hope you're practicing the safety guidelines. Are you remembering to wash your hands for 20 seconds?
Oh, for 20 seconds. I thought you meant every 20 seconds. Am I doing this wrong?
You might not want to be rubbing so hard on that. Okay, so listen, I got to do a swab test on you to get a sample. I've never swabbed a puppet before. I don't know what tool to use. Maybe this will. No. Hold on, I have a swab right here. Here we go. This is my swab that I'll use. So I'm going to need you to open wide. Open real wide. Okay, open wider.
Is this going to hurt?
No, not going to hurt at all. Wider. There we go. Oh, perfect. Easy, perfect. Oh, great. Okay, we'll get these results back in about 14 days. Let me just wipe my hands off here. I've absorbed so much disinfectant during this quarantine that when I pee, I clean my toilet. I know. So, Miss Hippie Dust, let me ask you, how are you holding up mentally?
Well, it's stressful.
Yes, it is. It's very stressful.
I saw my neighbor talking to a cat the other day.
Uh-huh.
She thought her cat understood her. I came in the house and I told my dog this, and we both laughed. But actually, I'm very excited.
Why is that?
I'm going to be taking out the garbage tonight. I'm wondering what I should wear. I ran out of toilet paper the other day. I had to start using old newspaper.
Oh, times are rough.
Yeah, so is the Washington Post.
You're funny too.
I heard Walmart is requiring all customers to wear masks now.
Walmart? Good luck with that, wearing masks. They can't even get those people to wear pants.
Huh. Puppets don't wear pants.
Miss Hippie Dust, some of these jokes are so bad you're not going to laugh for 14 days.
I don't get it.
Thank you, Blue and Dr. Corona. I'm just getting word, this just in. Here's a word from our illustrious leader.
Shower heads and faucets. So shower heads, you take a shower, the water doesn't come out. You want to wash your hands, the water doesn't come out. So what do? You just stand there longer, or you take a shower longer? Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. Dishwashers, you didn't have any water, so the people that do the dishes, you press it and it goes again, and you do it again and again. So you might as well give them the water because you'll end up using less water. So we made it so dishwashers now have a lot more water. And in many places, in most places of the country, water is not a problem. They don't know what to do with it. It's called rain. They don't have a problem. And old-fashioned incandescent light bulbs, I brought them back. They have two nice qualities. They're cheaper and they're better. They look better. They make you look so much better. That's important to all of us. But they're better and much cheaper. And they were mandated out, legislated out, and we brought them back, and they're selling like hotcakes.
Yes, that is the kind of leader that I want in this country. Makes conditions for me just so much better. You understand, don't you? Positively brilliant. Oh, well, our next piece is from Walter Santucci in Los Angeles. His first animated film was featured on a series hosted by Monty Python's Graham Chapman. Yes, and since then he's been making award-winning shorts and commercials and TV shows and music videos seen all over the world. And he's also the genius behind the Detroit Philharmonic Society, creating music for animated TV shows and mixing live classical and rock instruments and hip-hop, and it's all very groovy. Here's their latest, Angel Vox. yes, I am boy. Oh, 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 hi, yeah. Oh, sorry. That was wonderful. You know, a party, people close together, drinking and dancing. That is my jam. Oh, totally. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, our next puppeteer, Jessica Nebeker from Boise, Idaho. I don't go there very often. Anyway, not one of my cities. She brings us a short film. Cool. Embrace the COVID 15? 15. With a friendly social distancing goblin who wants a little group hub. Don't you all? Here is Homegrown Theater with Embrace the COVID 15.
Thank you, Jessica. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright breathed days, and a dark secret nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Our next performer is no stranger to the Puppet Asylum. She's our very own Puppet Asylum producer, Joyce Hutter and her friend Michael Brown. They have reimagined H.K. Goober and H.C. Artman's Superman from the opera Frankenstein. Enjoy.
Superman, put on your pants, if someone's bound to know you, that Lois Lane is on her way to jump in bed with you, sir. Bang, bang, crash, 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 bang, bang. She's out to trap you in a snare, and I'm the holy Kryptonus. Am there, so heed my warning, so heed my warning. She's out to trap you in a snare, and I'm the holy Kryptonus. Am there, so heed my warning. And I'm the holy Kryptonus. Am there, so heed my warning, so heed my warning. She's out to trap you in a snare, and I'm the holy Kryptonus. Am there, so heed my warning. That man and Rome still lie in their bed. Rome is nice, but that man's back, the top, and the Rome is true. What is on, it is wrecked for you.
Oh, that was so sweet. That's how I've always imagined the superheroes. Yes. Oh, anyway, I love the flying. Oh, well, next we have a virtual live performance. Live, live, live. Yes, people. There are some people that are still living. We have The Kingdom of Mice with Robert Amico. And it's based on a story called The Orphan's Tales in the Cities of Coin and Spice by Catherine M. Valente. Mice who know nothing but dust discover that the universe holds other things that they could not begin to calculate. The Kingdom of Mice, performed by Robert Amico and directed by Keziah Peterson. Live!
In the beginning, there was dust. And in the end, there will be dust. And in the middle, there is dust, dust, dust. The church mice know that dust is the substance of all possible things. We have heard that in the impossible land beyond the church door, there are some folk who believe that fire is the substance of all things, or water, or ether, or tiny specks of light no one can see. We cannot believe such folly exists. Though there are some of us who have heard, if only they had never begun to imagine such a thing. There is a burning ball outside these walls called the sun, and it is the brightest thing there is. We will eat that too, if it exists. In the dust, nothing is bright. There is only the gray and the dun and the soft, ashy smell of it brushing your whiskers at every moment. We hate it. But we did not know for a long time how it could be escaped. When I was a pinky at my mother's teat, I heard the old gray uncles talking about Baldtail, who was the viceroy of mice in days gone by, for there can be no king of the dust, which is all there is, which gives us life and death. Baldtail was brave, the bravest mouse the dust will ever allow. He, cloaked in dust, went forward from the corners, as viceroys sometimes do, being valiant rulers who do not shirk adventure. He saw the copper bowls which surround the weaver. He rose up onto his hind legs to peer into the bowls, to see what they could contain, and his whiskers wickered back and forth, showering bits of dust into the bowl. As I have said, Baldtail was brave, and so he rashly rose up onto his tiptoes and pulled the copper bowl over onto himself, and the dye, which is the magical and alien stuff the weaver keeps by her side, soaked him from his paws to the end of his bare tail. He was yellow. From eyeball to ear twitch, a brighter yellow than even this thing they call the sun could possibly be. The dye washed away the dust, and alone of all mice, Baldtail was free of it. Baldtail shed the substance of mortality and became golden. Baldtail returned to the dust-pillowed corners to tell the other mice what he had seen and done. At first they recoiled from his yellow body in revulsion and terror. He hurt their eyes, which had never seen anything but dust, and their fellow mice roving in the dust, lumps of gray among the gray, but there Baldtail blazed yellow. Can you imagine the uproar, the consternation? There were now two things in the universe, dust and yellow. The more the mice looked at Baldtail, the more they envied him. One or two ventured to lick his gleaming fur, with their pink tongues flashing through dust-covered teeth. He tasted so bright, they said, so bright and so warm. For his part, Baldtail exhorted us to go forth too and discover the bowls for ourselves. The weaver sees nothing but her thread, he argued. She will not hurt us. Become bright. Become other than dust. But we were afraid of the weaver then. She seemed so very large and cunning. But it was decided that we should become bright after all. And so we all agreed, in the corners of the corners, to eat Baldtail all up. Then we should all be yellow and triumph over the dust. We waylaid the viceroy in the thickest, dankest mires of dust, and with our teeth tore him haunch from long bald tail. He tasted like any other mouse. But oh, how it felt! We could feel his brightness in us, his yellow. It slid in our bellies like butter, like we dreamt the sun would slide. Those of us who ate of Baldtail were exalted among mice, and began to think as no mouse had done before. What if there was more than two things in the universe? What if there was more than dust and yellow? We could not begin to calculate what these things might be, but we hungered for more brightness, for more light, for more yellow. Those mice who had not tasted yellow mourned their loss, and were more eager than any of us to find what these other things might be. Some few of them ventured forward from the corners to discover that a thing called green existed too, and also the almost unfathomable purple. We gasped. We choked in awe and ecstasy. We could not believe the universe had room for these things, but also dust. And we leapt upon them and slurped green and purple from their fur, like meat from bone. Of course, we slurped meat from bone too. Those were heady days. I cannot begin to tell you of the feast of red. But we do not wish to waste any more time lapping at her bowls. Why beg for crumbs when the roast is in plain sight? We know that the weaver is the source of all yellowness, all greenness, all purpleness, all redness, all that is not dust, and we will eat her up as we ate up Bald Tail and Black Whisker and Dust Belly, and how bright we shall be then.
Thank you, Robert and Keziah. What a wonderful world.
The most common
Speaking of
reaction.
which, don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about the science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. What a wonderful world this would be.
Thank you, Hugo. Hugo. I'm sorry, Hugo. Hugo, sorry. Hey, I'm enjoying the show from my lovely living room here. Nice job over there. Hey, check this out. Our next puppeteer, Ken Harris. Check this guy out. He's not only a puppeteer, but he's also a digital fraud fighter, okay? And he hosts a digital web series, which is not only funny, but it's educational. And here it is. It's called Cyber Brats, featuring scammer Jester Jensen. Pay attention, kids.
Hello, gullible ones. This is Jester Jensen, the world's most famous scam artist, hailing from a secret hideout. I am so happy. I just found out I made the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. In my trade of scheming people like you, that is an honor. Federal law enforcement is finally acknowledging my talent. Not bad for someone never arrested. My specializing social engineering skills enabled me to gain access to systems and information you wouldn't believe. You see, I trick victims like you into doing something you shouldn't do, like sharing sensitive information. Yes, birth dates, social security numbers, banking information, emails, addresses, phone numbers, the list goes on. Once I put the pieces of the puzzle together, I got you. So you better beware. Jester Jensen is watching you.
Wow, you better watch out, you cyber criminals. Jester's looking out. And now another word from our sponsor.
The wind in my hair, subscribe, feels like 1,000 likes upon a single post. Subscribe. Subscribe cologne from Dennis Ball Corporation. You can subscribe too. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe. Yes. Oh, I will do that. And so will you. Subscribe. Oh, sorry. Got a little carried away there. Oh, so we have another piece coming up. It is called Woman of the Deep by Robert Amico. Yes, that's Robert Amico that just performed The Kingdom of the Mice before for us. Yes, the same one. Oh, and Keziah Peterson from Kettlehead Studios, puppeteers from Portland, Oregon. A story about a fisherman who must make a choice when he falls in love with the woman of the deep and discovers how dark the ocean can be. Please.
Once upon a time, a young fisherman set out to sea, much like any other day. When he cast his nets, he saw something moving in the depths below. But it was no fish. It was the woman of the deep. "Are you the woman of the deep?" the fisherman asked. "I am," she said. "I hear that you are the queen of the monsters of the sea." "What you hear is true," she said, "and knowing that, I will not begrudge your leaving." "No," he said. "Stay a while and speak with me, for I am not afraid, and I would know more about you." And they spoke long into the night, and she shared with him her knowledge of many things. "Will you come again?" the woman of the deep asked. "Yes," said the fisherman. And so he did. Night after night, he met with her there, and love began to grow between them. Then, one night, she was nowhere to be found. Just as he was going to give up hope of seeing her, a voice came up from the water below. "I cannot rise to meet you," said the woman of the deep, "for the ocean is heavy and weighs upon my heart." "I will dive to the bottom," said the fisherman, "and hold up the ocean for you." As he swam, the water got colder and darker, and he could feel the ocean bear down upon him. But even that darkness could not hide the things that lurked in the deep. "I am sorry," he said, "but I cannot help." "Where are you going?" she asked. "I need to go." "But please don't leave us," she said, "for it is dark and cold, and we are afraid to be alone." "I know," he said. "It is dark and cold for me as well, and the ocean is not mine to bear." "You can't leave us." And the woman of the deep, the queen of the monsters, yet their ward, rose from the sea, and the fisherman was filled with horror at her sight.
Wow, that was deep. Thank you, Robert. And next up is Adybug, a longtime puppeteer and friend of the Puppet Asylum. Over the years, Adybug has made a lot of music, over 100 songs for TV and films. She even has a gold record for her song in Disney's Jump In. She loves to make videos and short films. Here's an original song by Adybug with puppetry by Ady and Ren. Get You Better.
Miss you every day that you're away. I wish away I heard now if I could. But you're just too far away from the places where we play. So I thought we'd come together in a virtual way and say, sending you love to get you better. Know you're under the weather. Gonna do what can be done to get you back into the sun. Sending love to get you better, 'cause we're better when we're together. Gonna do all that we can to get you standing strong. This note's for encouragement. This one's just a smile. This one's for the hope to see you back in perfect style. 'Cause love is powerful stuff. I just can't get enough. Oh, so I'm sending you love. 'Cause love is powerful stuff. I just can't get enough. Oh, so I'm sending you love. Sending love to get you better. Know you're under the weather. Gonna do what can be done to get you back into the sun. Sending love to get you better, 'cause we're better when we're together. Gonna do all that we can to get you standing strong. Sending love to get you better. Know you're under the weather. Gonna do what can be done to get you back into the sun. Sending love to get you better, 'cause we're better when we're together. Gonna do all that we can to get you standing strong. Sending love to get you better. Know you're under the weather. Gonna do what can be done to get you back into the sun. Send you back into the sunlight. Playing in the sunshine. Dancing in the moonlight. I'll be on the sunrise.
Love, love, love. Thank you, Bug and Wren. And here's another positive message for the current state of the world we're living in right now. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You say it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Yay!
Oh,
Well,
wow.
sadly, that is the end of our show. Thank you, COVID,
Oh, no problem. I really
for
enjoyed.
infecting us
Oh, you
with
give
your
me too
great
much
humor
credit.
and for being
Thank
such a wonderful guest host of the Night at the Puppet Asylum. We hope you had a great time with us
Oh,
tonight.
I did with all of you. I mean, it's so wonderful to hang out with you humans. I mean, I'm just micron-sized virus with no brain at all whatsoever. You guys really make me want to stay. Oh, it's gonna be great to get to know you. Anyway, Hugo, you sure you don't want a little COVID encouragement? You sure? Okay. Well, I'll be
Little
here if you need me.
Thank you to all of our puppeteers, and a ginormous thank you to Miss COVID herself and Hugo Migo. And thank you to our friend Sethward and to Joyce and Justin. And a big shout out to our virtual stage manager, Allison. Thank you all for a wonderful night at the Puppet Asylum. And remember, be kind and be safe.
Yay!
and thank you, Blue, for putting on this wonderful show for us.
Aw,
A worthy
you guys were
host
all
you
great.
are. You know, we couldn't do it by ourselves because we always need a little help from our friends. So sing along with me. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I need somebody to love. Sing with me. Ooh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Little help from my friends.
Woo!
Good night and stay safe, everybody.
Peace.
I'd also like.
Thanks for coming to the show.